Good morning. Today I want to talk about chemistry. A lot of people are looking for a relationship from a place of a void. I think they feel lonely, they feel empty, and they're looking for, and we'll say that in their dating profile, a connection, meaning I feel something around you. You give me a feeling I don't have. Or they're looking for chemistry, a certain arousal, especially women, because women are much more selective sexually. And for women, the majority of men, we don't want you anywhere near us. Don't get closer than 3 feet unless we really like you. So we're different from men in that way. And so women look for that feeling of, do I want this man close to me? And when he kisses me, do I feel this magic? And I think those both come from lack, just because I have experienced how chemistry and connection are not indicators of someone who would make a good life partner. And I'm not saying that they can't be. I don't know everything. Maybe for you the kiss is how you know this guy is right for you, or the instant falling in love is how you know. I know it can happen. The journalist Glenn Greenwald talks about when his husband first saw him on the beach playing volleyball from far away. He goes, I'm going to make that man my husband. And they're married, they have 2 kids. I've heard other stories like that of couples who met and knew instantly that they were right for each other. So I don't want to negate that. At the same time, a lot of people are looking for that instant familiarity. And it often is familiarity, I think. It's like this person reminds me energetically of my mom, my dad, my brother, or somehow this person arouses me sexually, but that doesn't mean they're going to be a good life partner. I think that looking for chemistry, connection, or the magical kiss as magical signals from the heavens or from our bodies that this person is right for us could lead us astray. It could lead us astray. So please, this is what this video is about. I myself have experienced magical kisses that came from guys who were complete losers and flakes. I have experienced really bad kissing and taught the man how to kiss in 10 seconds. Let's talk about the bad kissing, because sometimes women have told me, this guy kissed me and the kiss was bad, so I never want to see him again. Well, the guy was probably nervous. When I was an escort, I would occasionally come across a guy who didn't kiss well, and I would teach him how to kiss. Mostly, in my experience, and I don't know how it was for these other women, I didn't want to go into it and be, what do you mean? They're nervous, they're in their head, they're thinking, they're not in their body feeling you. And they're in their head thinking, or their lips are really tight, or they're anxious, and so they just thrust their tongue in, they're just anxious. And it's like, okay, just slow down, relax, take a deep breath, feel my body, just feel your lips on mine, just kind of get him to relax. Give the guy a freaking chance, okay? And then every time the guy loved the kiss, he was a magical kisser. And then I would say, now, that's how I like to kiss. What about you? How do you like it? Oh, yes, I like it a lot. Give the guy a chance. On the other hand, I've also heard ladies say, I didn't really like this guy at all. We just had a good conversation, but when he kissed me, it was magical. And the guy turned out to be a flake. So I'm a big believer that we as women cannot get carried away by a good kiss or a bad kiss. We have to, I think, evaluate people based on how they treat us. It's so easy to dismiss someone based on a kiss, or he had some broccoli in his teeth at dinner, or he farted in the car and it was stinky. You know, you're going to dismiss someone for that? How many times have I been nervous around a guy? Maybe I wasn't the best at the blowjob, or, you know, the most orgasmic woman in bed because I was nervous. Have to, people can relax when they get to know us, but I think what's really important is how they treat us. And if you teach a guy to kiss you better and he's like, don't, you know, if you were to teach a guy how to kiss you and he goes, don't tell me how to kiss, that's a bad sign. Or he can't learn because he's so tense and so anxious, you know, that's not good. But if you tell him and he does it and he likes it, what's the problem? Now, if you feel so repulsed by the guy that you don't want to kiss him, listen to that. Listen to your feelings that have nothing to do with the kiss. Do you even like this guy enough to want to kiss him? Listen to your body. If you didn't feel like kissing him and then you agreed to the kiss and it was magical, now you take that as a signal and want to date him. No. Do not get carried away by the kiss or by the sex. We have to look at how they treat us. That's my main point here. The same goes with the looking for connection. I myself have experienced a few times in my life this very strong, energetic, magnetic pull. Like it felt like my body was pulling towards this guy. And every single time the guy was a loser and a flake. And when I explored that connection, there was nothing there. So now for me, those instant pulls are a red flag. I don't go by that. I really go by, how do I feel around this person based on how he's treating me? And those instant things, to me, are a warning light. Flash, flash, flash. He hasn't done anything to deserve it, and I feel a strong pull. That to me is an internal warning sign that there's an attraction, but don't give that attraction any meaning. It's just an attraction. It's not a sign from God that he is the one. It could just be an attraction because energetically we just align somehow. Or I think, honestly, when I think back on it with my ex-husband, when that time, I hadn't seen him for a few years, and when he came to my house to pick me up and I opened the door, I had this instant feeling in my body. He reminded me of my brother and my mother, and so I instantly felt reconnected to him. And in a lot of ways, he was like my mother energetically, because he loved me no matter what. I knew he would always provide for me, and I knew he would never leave me. But he also was emotionally a little clumsy, like my mother. So that instant feeling of familiarity, if you guys might want to think about your own lives when you felt a sudden connection to someone, that instant feeling of familiarity is often what it is. This person feels familiar. I feel like I've known you forever. Well, they probably could remind you of one of your parents. Or maybe it was a past life thing. I don't know. I'm just giving you different things to consider. It could be a sign from the gods or from your higher self. Or it could just be someone reminds you of one of your parents, or your sexual energies just makes it. It does not have to mean. It does not have to be a sign from God. That's what I want to say. This instant chemistry or this instant connection could come from, I have a void. I need this person to give me a feeling so I feel happy. And now you need that person to give you that feeling, but they can't always give you that feeling because that feeling's going to go away after a few months or a couple years. So, or people take it as a sign from God, you know, this means this is the one. No, it doesn't have to at all. I think people use their feelings too much in the wrong places. I think it's important to look at the feelings of, how's this person treating me? What kind of person is this? What are their values and goals? Could I live with this person? Could I go through life with this person? can this person count on me? Can I count on this person? Rather than he had a piece of broccoli stuck in his teeth at dinner and that turned me off. Or he farted in the car and it was stinky and I'm just done. You know, like that could easily happen, right? You can get turned off. But you got to keep a steady head, you guys. And if the kiss isn't good and you can teach him, you know, um, yeah, that's what I want to make this video about. And thank you for watching my video.